Hi, welcome back. This video is going to be about creating a stage. In previous videos, I have spoken about giving you access to the dimensions at the Waco High stage if you were to design something for Waco High. But let's say you have to design something for another stage. We're going to design something for the Wiley Theater at the in the AT&T Performing Arts Center in Dallas, which is just so happens to be the model for the League High School stage. So you see here that I have come to my page setup and I've created an 11 by 17. I want the width to be 17. Click OK. This is probably already set, but let's just go to Document Settings and Document Setup. We have our grid lines on, but we're also going to go to Layer Scale. And we see here that we are going to do this scale in 1/4 inch. And so we are going to create a stage that is 60 feet wide by 32 feet deep. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go from the center, so I can start at my center. And I'm going to start coming out, and then I'm going to use my tab. Now, I don't have the 60 feet in inches at the top of my head. So quick math could, easily come up with 6 feet in inches and then just add 0 to it. But at this point, we're just going to go ahead and use our apostrophe. Now, we don't want to create from the center to the outside at the full dimension. We only want that corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our width is going to be 30, which is half of 60. And then our depth, we're going to make that 16. So that's from the center to that corner. And that'll give us our 60 by 32. Hit enter again, and you look over here, and here's our width, and here's our height. Apologies for a brief pause. I get slightly distracted whenever the bell rings. I'm recording these during my break at school. So we are going to save. I'm going to spell it correctly. And just for the sake of being able to access this easily, I'm going to go ahead and save it to my desktop. All right, so we have 60 by 32. 32 is the height. It's really going to be our depth once we actually build the stage. And I'm going to go ahead and go into isometric view. Now, I haven't changed it, so it's still editable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it down. And let's just say that this is a 4-foot stage. I'm not sure if there actually is a dimension over at the Wiley, but we're going to go ahead and say it's 4 feet. So 48 inches. I'm going to try that one more time. All right. So what I've done is I've created an extrusion of -4 feet because I want the top of my stage to be at 0. There's also the possibility I can do a 4-foot stage, and I can set this at -48. And that's the same thing. So our 0 height is the stage top. Now, for the sake of ease, I'm going to go ahead and click back here, and I'm going to create the walls. So I'm going to start here. And so I know, oops, I want to go back there. I know I want it to come up here, and I want it to be about a foot thick, but I also want it to go past the back of the stage a foot because I want to account for the dimension of the back wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that -12, and we know that it's 32, so we're going to go 33, And so we made a foot thick wall that goes back an additional 30. And then as you recall that, let's go ahead and let's go right isometric. All right, so what I want to do here, and I've clicked away, so it's no longer editable here, but that's okay. I'm going to hit my Command E, because remember, we're going to extrude with Command E. And I want this wall to be 28 feet tall, because that is the height of the grid over at the Wiley Theater. And from there, I'm going to want to use my flyover tool, because I want to create a 1 foot surface right there. And so we see that it's accurate because it's 28 feet tall and then by 1 foot. And now, once again, this is maybe more difficult for those of you that don't have the flyover tool. I'm going to extrude this. So I want to take this. Remember, it's 60 feet, but we want to account for that extra foot. So I'm going to hit Tab. So we're building it from the edge of that existing platform. So we don't have to account for that foot of, or not that platform, for that wall. We don't have to account for the thickness of that, but we do have to account for the thickness of the stage left wall. And this will make sense in a minute. So we actually want it to be 61 feet. Because we're going to do exactly the same thing, is we're going to make a surface on this geometry right here in this corner. Again, and this is going to be a little awkward because of our angle. Let me turn it right there. So I want to make sure I'm getting that corner and I'm getting the front surface. And so right here from that corner to right here, again, 1 foot by 28. And now I can take this one all the way to the end point and look there, 32 feet. And now we have a, let me click over here to our plan view. We have a single object that creates the back wall and the side walls. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and throw some dimension on this. And there we go. It's given us the depth. And then once again, so I'm going to click here to here, not the outside, the inside. And pull it down just a hair. 60. And so we've dimensioned our 32 by 60 stage, whilst we have the additional foot on either side and the back to account for the wall.